1,061 people today got a beautiful surprise, incredible surprise, the least one that they were expecting, because Ontario decided to conduct their human capital priorities draw today. Uh, Not only was it for tech draw, but it was also for the healthcare occupations. And all these 1,061, did I say that number? Yes, 1,061 candidates were able to receive notifications of interest. Let's talk more about this in a bit. Hello and welcome. My name is Kuber. I'm a CICC licensed immigration consultant and I talk about everything to do with Canadian immigration. So, if Canada is on your radar to live, work, study, or visit, then I think you should subscribe to this channel because that's what we do here. Let's talk about this today's draw. Ontario conducted a human capital priorities draw today, and let's get down to the details of it, shall we? July 20th, 2023, 902 invitations were issued to the targeted draw, tech draw. The CRS score range was between 458 to 462. And then they also conducted another draw today itself. 159 candidates were invited. Again, CRS score range was between 458 to 462. And this time, this was targeted draw for the healthcare. Notifications of interest were issued to the Ontario's Express Entry Human Capital Priorities stream. 458 to 462, and this was the healthcare occupations, health occupations, right? All these knock codes received the notification of interest today. Lots and lots and lots of them. Nurses, doctors, physicians, dental hygienists, dentists, cardiologists, pharmacy technicians, massage therapists, all of them were included in this one, including opticians. And then under the tech occupations, also the 10 knock codes that they have, these were the knock codes that received the notification of interest, 21211. I mean, okay, you can see the knock codes. I mean, I don't have to sort of read the knock codes out for you. I'm sure that will make for a very boring video, right? You can imagine, whether you were expecting a notification or not, whether you're expecting a draw or not, you're already on tenterhooks. But if you're in the 450s, late 450s or high 450s, 460s, you were not really expecting something at this point in time. Of course, you were hoping for it, not expecting so quickly. But what Ontario has done is they've just thrown a big curveball and made us all guessing. Now, why did this score range come? Looking at the IRCC's website on the Express Entry draw page, you can see that they conducted a draw on the 6th of July for the healthcare occupations. This was a category-based draw, and the score was 463. Therefore, it is understood. I mean, Ontario, for people who follow Ontario's draw, they understand that Ontario usually plays it in tandem with the Express Entry draw. Therefore, they usually choose 1 point less than the last Express Entry draw. That is the high cutoff for the draw. So therefore, I can understand the healthcare occupations draw between 458 and 462. Also, earlier on the 6th of July, they had conducted a draw for the human capital priority stream earlier on the 6th of July. In this case, they had chosen 479 to 485. Now, if you also remember, IRCC conducted another draw of 486, and this was the STEM occupations draw. And when they conducted 486 draw, then obviously Ontario conducted 485, 1 point less. Now, obviously, people who received the notifications of interest from Ontario did not want to proceed further because obviously they were assuming or they were expecting that IRCC will be conducting a STEM occupations priority draw, and therefore they were all waiting. But the STEM occupations draw has not happened in Express Entry yet. Instead, Ontario has come up with this one, and obviously, as I said, they've thrown a curveball. They have conducted a draw in tech occupations with a score of 458 to 462, which is a good thing because these individuals have now received invitations, 902 of them. But whatever happened to the people who are in the range of 463 all the way up to 478? That was the last draw. I mean, 479 was the last one, right? What about these guys? Now, does Ontario know something that we don't know about? Maybe they have some, they have the inside information from Express Entry, from IRCC, as to IRCC planning to conduct a STEM-based draw, a STEM occupation draw. If that happens, that would be obviously pretty cool because then STEM occupations, people who are between this range, who are now stuck, right? This is like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place because what happens to the people between 463 and 478? I mean, none of them are now receiving anything at this point of time. So this Ontario's draw with tech, especially the range for the tech occupation, has left a lot of us baffled. We're not really able to understand, was it a mistake? Did they want to just stay in tandem with the healthcare occupations range of score 458 to 462, or was it a deliberate one? Because obviously they know something which obviously you and I, we don't know. But all of this still keeps us hopeful, very hopeful, forever hopeful, because there is always something around the corner that can spring up a surprise, and a good one at that one. So 1061 of you, congratulations. Keep in mind that you have 45 days to submit your application to Ontario. Don't forget, for some of you who have a WES report, you will need to order a duplicate copy of your ECA and have Ontario receive the ECA in order for you to get your application processed. A lot of people make that mistake and forget about that one. Please follow the directions on the Ontario's website. Everything is in there. You just need to submit your application, follow the document checklist, follow the document guide. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. For people who are wondering, how do you get into the Ontario's human capital priority stream? Well, please just don't get so confused. You only need to have a valid express entry profile. If your primary knock code is one that is in demand as listed on their website, as we have now just showed you earlier in the healthcare worker draw, in the tech occupation draw, then you would be eligible. Also, you should understand that Ontario has a requirement. First of all, that you should have at least 1 year of work experience within the last 5 years. That should be in the primary knock code. And 2, you should have at least a bachelor's degree equivalency, at least. So a 3-year program is not going to cut it. It has to be a bachelor's degree. These 2 are the main conditions and requirements which Ontario has, which is different than a regular express entry application. Apart from that, nothing much that I can add to whatever has happened, except for the fact that STEM category in express entry has roughly 24 occupations. As far as Ontario is concerned, in the tech draw, there are only 10 occupations. They obviously do not include the architects, the engineers, and all those other occupations which are included by IRCC. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully, IRCC will come out with a proper STEM occupation draw. And of course, not to forget, they still owe us a draw for the trade occupations. They owe us a draw for the transport occupations and the agriculture occupations. So something to look forward to over there as well. Obviously, they have just conducted a big draw with the French proficiency speakers, of Francophones. So I'm not expecting another one there. But again, they can always throw another one out at us, right? But as far as healthcare is concerned, they've already issued about 2,000 invitations. They may conduct a draw or 2, I think, because the anticipated number is approximately 4,000 to 4,500 for this year from IRCC under the healthcare occupation, because this is what Sean Fraser had said in the media release earlier. So I'm expecting at least 1 or 2 more draws to come for the healthcare. We still have roughly 5 months to go for the draws. So I think we will see plenty of these category-based draws happening. And in midst of all these category-based draws, I personally, in my opinion, I also expect or anticipate that they will do one proper regular draw with 3,000 to 4,000 invitations. Fingers crossed. Again, speculation only. And that would then again bring the scores back to the high 490s, that kind of a number. Again, all depends on number of invitations and number of people in the profile. But this is all that I have for you today. Again, 1061. Congratulations. This is great. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining in, and I shall see you later.